Ah, the time is here. We return to the stream. We got some pretty chill bops going here. Alrighty, and now we wait. Hello, Energy Mass. Congratulations, you not only constitute everything in the universe, you are first. And while you guys go ahead and start joining, I'm gonna just mess around a little bit because I need to test something. I have a plan for this episode, but it kind of depends on my knowledge being correct. Okay, that was awful. Spike Viper, awful, confirmed. Nope, that was also awful. Awful Spike Viper confirmed! Alright, there you go. Same thing here. As last time, you guys should be able to figure out what the music is in the background if you're an absolute Chad. If not, you should only be slightly disappointed in your childhood. Alright. I want to... We'll start things out with this. So, for a long time I have been struggling, absolutely struggling, to figure out how to cool things down. And I think it's time for us to figure out how to properly cool things down using an air conditioner. Now, an air conditioner uses some pretty smart concepts, using compression and state changes to take advantage of physics and draw heat out. And we're going to try to do that. So, we really do just need a two-phase system. The game has refrigerant, so that makes our job a lot easier. We let out the heat when we pressurize it, which we'll do here, and then we run the cold through something that generates heat, bring it back, pressurize it. So there's our refrigerant. Now we have to pressurize it here and shoot it through that tube as a liquid. I think the easiest way to do that will actually be just using some vent. I feel like that might be a little bit cheaty, but still. Yeah, that actually... Okay, so we have to make sure that this is going in the correct direction, though. So, we have to make this line here go this way. Alright. So that goes that way. It turns into liquid. And then it pulls this way. Right? And then in here, we let it turn back into a gas. Unless it doesn't want to go through the pipe. What is going on here? Yeah, this song might be a little bit annoying. Okay, we'll skip this track. It's too chiptune-y. Is there such a thing as too chiptune-y? Ah, there we go. Alright, and then... Hey, this actually kind of works. Let's take a look at the heat display and see if we're actually... Well, the issue is we need to get a lot more through this than this. This isn't enough. I mean, it's certainly working. We've got the loop. And this end of the loop is low pressure, but it's gonna slowly become high pressure. So what we have to do is put some vacuum in here. Actually, the one that's actually a particle. What's the opposite of vent? Where is vent? I'm gonna make sure that I'm getting the right one. Where is vent at? Darn it. Vacuum. Okay, there, yeah. It heats up, though. That's not good. Oh, I don't want it to suck the particles in, though. I just want it to create negative pressure. You see, that's an issue. I can probably solve that by surrounding it with something. Oh, it will just kill everything. Okay, I don't know, this will always be a higher pressure area, won't it? But I don't think that'll work very well. The question becomes, how do I pull this off? Because this needs to be high pressure, and then it needs to push it through here into here, but this area needs to be low pressure. Hello, is copyright music. Don't worry, really old game chiptunes are kind of clear because people put gameplay all the time with them on YouTube and they can't just like strike all of it. I mean, I guess they could if they really wanted to. Yeah, the second vacuum isn't what we want though. The second vacuum is kind of an egg. I think that our best way is going to be just letting the pressure out, which just is going to be doing this, kind of. On the top of this, we'll just put a vent. Like this. Alright, and that works. Okay, the coolant comes in through here. It definitely turns back into a liquid, but for some reason... Oh, the pressure is so high here that it doesn't want to go through the bottom because it's pushing out from here. So we're actually going to move... Wait, these are just sound effects. These aren't even the music. Alright, no. I'm gonna switch back to Ace Attorney. Sonic was better, honestly, for this. Maybe I should do some Mario next time. I need to get a better track going. Alright. Okay, we'll start the video here, because I actually have, like, a clue of what I'm doing. Hello and welcome, everyone! Today we are going to be making a refrigerator, because I'm really bad at handling heat in this game, so what better way to handle heat than building a fridge? Fantastic idea, right? Right? I know. It's great. So, here is how a fridge works. We compress gas, this refrigerant, and then we throw it through this pipe. We have it evaporate and let out its heat, and then we compress it back down again. And this side should get cold, and this side should get hot. And that is the concept, alright? There you go. Very conceptual. I'm sure you all understood completely. No, AC is actually really interesting. If you want to learn about it, I really do suggest you, like, Google it, learn about it. There's this guy, Technology Connections, who makes the greatest videos ever. And he can make you entertained just by talking about air conditioners. I'm not kidding. Like, he's legitimately great. Thank you, Alvin Infringer, for the $20 super chat. Highly appreciated. You may notice we are getting a little bit of lockup in our refrigerant lines, which is a little bit concerning. Please, fan. Oh, okay, that helped. Don't know why it wasn't working. This pipe doesn't seem to be working at all, which is actually really concerning. I don't know why this pipe isn't working. We're going to try making it larger. I think that might help. So let's go ahead and widen this pipe. I don't want to leak pressure, but at the same time, you know, need a bigger pipe. Having it actually function is more important. Oh! There it goes. Kind of. Why is it, like, doing that, though? A little weird. I'll just double this up. Oh, what the heck? I didn't mean to do that either. Whoops. Whoops. I just want you to go this way. Yes! Like that! That's exactly what I want you to do, except you should be a gas here, not really a liquid. I mean, that's not awful. That's not terrible. I mean, let's see what happens if we put some... Oh, this is the side that lets out the heat. So technically we're skipping a few steps here. Because we want... So behind the compressor, we want the evaporator. And then after the condenser, we want the radiator. So if this is the radiator, then after... Damn it. Okay, this may be a little bit more complicated than I'm thinking. So after it's compressed, it goes to the radiator. So this is where the heat is let out. Which means, I mean, we can put the heat in on this side, and then it should leave on this. You know what? Let's see what happens. I'm just gonna heat this side of the whole thing, and we'll see what happens. I'm curious now. All right, let's get that heat tool, and we will just heat this circle and see what the result is. So now there's heat in here, right? And that heat should go over here, be expelled, and this side should cool down. Which seems like is happening, actually. I think it's actually working. Because this side is now... Alright, let's see if we can really cool things down, though. Let's put enough heat that, like, it can't be down to just chance that it's cooling down with the ambient heat. Let's go ahead and make a bit of a squiggly boy, and we'll heat it up, like, really heat it up, and we'll see how the heat is carried through the system. Alright, squiggly boy time. We're gonna get it nice and warm, like, really warm. How hot is this? 500? That's not... No, it is definitely working. You know how I can tell it's working? Because I'm actually unable to melt this. Like, it is getting the heat, bringing it over here, and just throwing it out into the environment. Isn't that neat? We didn't even need to use freeze powder. We just had to build an air conditioner. Alright, so now the question is, can we shrink it and make it actually a little bit more effective? That's always the hard part, you know, you can make a giant, didn't mean to do that. You can make a giant crazy contraption, but actually making it feasible to use in the real world, oh, okay, couldn't handle quite that much, but if we get it just a little bit toasty, see how quickly it cools down? Look at that! That is not just good stuff, that is really good stuff. We've done it! We've done it! No, I don't want to use heat conductor because I like the fact that we can melt things. I like a little bit of challenge. Obviously, this isn't the most efficient way we could pull this off, but that's why we're going to redo it. Ready? New. Let's build it again, but smaller and better, more efficient. So, the compression side, which is going to be taking the heat, let's go ahead and build. Ah, shoot. That was almost good. Almost good. 1 pixel off. You might wonder what I'm doing. I'm gonna make a much larger radiator, and we'll cool down like a nuclear reactor or something with it for testing, you know. Your general cooling needs. Alright, so let's build this, which is gonna be our... There we go. We'll connect it at the bottom just so that the fins can get the heat across more easily. And then this will be our actual end that needs to be cooled down. So we'll connect this over here, and then we'll create a heat pipe that goes down to the compression chamber. Nice. So let's go ahead and build the chamber where the magic happens. So this is going to be compressed, which means that we're going to need that vent like before. I think we need a ton. Let's just throw some on the top here. All right, that looks good. Now we go ahead and we throw this line out here. It's going to come in here as well, so we'll put a hole here. Put a line out here. Slow and steady. Okay, I sneezed on it and the world just ended. That's sad. I've accidentally destroyed all the research. A slightly larger area here for allowing... actually, this should be down. That makes more sense. Because the vacuum is going to pull it up. Alright. And then this is the chamber where it's actually going to release the heat. Which should honestly have its own radiator, because that'll make it much more effective at releasing that heat. So we'll go ahead and do a... Ooh. That bad boy. That is the ultimate radiator. Alright, so that should carry off of this. Now, this will kind of interfere and let the heat go across the sides, but that's fine. I'm not too concerned about that. I am going to make these a little bit larger just so that they can pull a little bit more through them. Like that. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. And now we just need to throw a few more things in. First off, we need the fans that convince this to go in the right direction. The bottom should just naturally go in the right direction, but the top, because there's pressure here, I feel like we're going to have to convince it. And then we're going to go ahead and allow air through the top of this. And we should have high pressure here, low pressure here. Fantastic. Alright, now we just grab our refrigerant and let's see if it works. This definitely looks better than the last one. Alright, it is not going through there, so let's go ahead and add a fan. I had a bad feeling about that. It's alright. Fans go brrr! I mean, that is not going quite as quickly as I was hoping. Come on. Come on! Damn it, does it need to be thicker pipes? It's always the pipe thickness that gets me. You know, the particles look so small, but then they actually start, like, doing things. Ugh. Or is it just too weak? Try to pull it a little bit further. Oh, that helped a little bit. Alright, so we're definitely getting some movement, but this is not quite what I wanted. Maybe I can do like this to convince it to go through that pipe a little bit more. Yeah, that seems to be helping actually. Alright, and I'll do the same thing here. Maybe I can just convince things to go through the pipe. Why is that having trouble going through, though? That one is just having a lot of trouble. I don't really understand. I wonder if I make this fan go all the way back to, like, here. Yeah, that seems to be helping. Alright. Alright, cool. So if I tell it to go this way... Yes! Okay, that's actually really working now. Fantastic. Okay, so we have our loop going. Now the question is, if we heat this up, all the heat should go to this side. So let's see if we go ahead and heat it, what happens. I mean, this radiator is certainly warm. Oh, a little bit too warm. Alright, so this radiator over here is heating up, but not very quickly. But this is cooling down rapidly. Let's go ahead and look at the heat display to see if we can see the result. I think part of the issue is that it's just not transferring the heat to this very well. Yeah, okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab... I usually don't use it, but in this case, rapid heat conductor is gonna be important. So we're gonna cut this. We're gonna throw a rapid heat conductor down. And so that we can just get the temperature to this chamber faster. We're gonna put it around the sides of this. There we go. Alright. So that should be more effective at transferring the temperature into this box, but something tells me there's not enough refrigerant either. I mean, look at the amount of refrigerant. It's not enough to actually carry much. Ugh. Okay, so let's see. If we add refrigerant to the system... It is going through the system, the loop, right? It's kind of hard to tell at times. Alright, so heat display. This side's at 21 degrees, so let's see if we're actually... The issue is we may still want it to be compressed here. I think we only want it to really decompress in this chamber. Might be an issue. Might be an issue. Any HVAC engineers here to yell at me? No. It looks like the amount of gas. The gas is really filling this area up, which is fine. I think I just have to continue filling it until it's completely full. Like, lots of refrigerant. I am lots of refrigerant. How are you doing? Alright, so that is actually, that's got to be close to full. Yeah, alright. Let's see what happens if we heat her up. See what the heat transfer looks like. So we definitely have... The heat is definitely moving into here. The refrigerant is getting very, very warm. And it goes over here. The same thing is going to happen to these poor guys. Although once it comes over here, the temperature is really low. I think that it's letting it all out here when it... Unless I did it backwards. There's always the chance I built this thing backwards. A little bit curious, I won't lie. What if I heat it up the other way around? If I heat this side. Curious. You got it all backwards. It's backwards. Damn it! Did I actually do it backwards? Oh! One moment. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do this the old-fashioned way. One Google search. Alright. Time to look at air conditioning diagrams. So you have the compressor. You have the condenser. That's for a car, though. Okay, you know what? That's better. So cool air... The cool refrigerant goes through the compressor, becomes hot refrigerant. Then we need to have the radiator after that. So radiator after compressor. So in our case, if the radiator comes after the compressor, then that would be this. Because compressor, right? And then radiator. But where is it gas in our case, right? I did not mean to click on that. Warm refrigerant goes to expansion valve. Oh. Wait a second. What does the expansion valve do? Does that let it turn back into a gas? So then it turns back into a gas. And that lets heat out. Liquid, let heat out, gas. Oh, so we need to let it turn into a gas before it... Alright, we're gonna use this beautiful diagram here to try to redesign what we've done. It's alright. I kind of like my radiator, so I'm gonna keep that. But everything else, whee! Look at the pressure! So exciting, rainbows. Alright, AC, take whatever take this is now. Insulate it. We will eventually. Alright, for the sake of safety, I'm just going to very quickly... Okay, that was awful. I'm gonna get this all set up. Like this. Beforehand. Because it'll make life a lot easier. There you go. I don't know what happened here, jeez. Okay, that's kind of weird. I'll just kill all of it and put a big fat chunker here. Okay, great. And then we'll have this be the heat thing. Okay, great. Fantastic. Very nice. Alright, so this will be one end. Okay, so we'll have this on one end. And we'll have this on the other end. Great, and now we'll be able to tell which side's hot and which side's cold. So, the cold end, the evaporator goes on this side. Alright, evaporator. Boom, this will be the evaporator box. And then we've got the... the condenser on this side. Alright, so we got the evaporator and the condenser. And we need a compressor here. So this is where we're actually going to compress it. Alright. Great. And actually, this should kind of just be the radiator, but what I'll do to be a little bit more egg is I'll run the liquid through a series of very thin fins connected to these bigger fins. Oh. That's gotta count for something. Worst case, this blows up horribly. Best case, it doesn't blow up horribly. You can place your bets on what will happen. My bet's going on blows up horribly. So no need to copy this yet because I still have to do other parts of it. Whee! Alright, so we also need to, Ah! I'm having a bad time. I'm not having a good time. Alright, and then we need to make it so that it can actually flow through each of these fins. So to do that, we're going to get very particular. Alright, ready for this? This is called Spike Gets Really, Really, Really Accurate for a moment. Yeah. Yep, we're just putting pinholes through them. Pinholes through every single one. Could be worse. I've made more annoying things in the past. Alright, this doesn't really work, but I'll just go like this for the last one. That's fine. Alright, now at the bottom it's a little bit simpler because they're all just gonna drip into the same tray. We're just gonna do a drip tray at the bottom. They'll just all fall into this, and then it's done. So if we put a liquid in here, let's just put the actual pipe on. So from the compressor, if we have a liquid, let's just say water right now, coming through here, it'll pour in, and it'll go through these. But I kind of want it to go through all of them at kind of the same amount. That's an issue, because it's going to just go through the first few. See, that kind of works, but I have to limit the flow even more. Which might be possible if I do this. How's that? Oh, shoot, that actually works well. Okay, cool. Nice. Hashtag engineering. Alright, so now if we put the water in the top and we have full flow, it should get to the outer ones. It gets close. Let's see how well it'll carry the heat. So if we have a lot of heat on this end. Right, let's heat this up mega chunker. Wow, that is at 700 degrees. Let's see how much the water is. How much heat does this actually have? These aren't really heating up. I mean, they are, but very slightly. The point is, though, that the water should... Oh, the biggest problem, honestly, is that we have... The majority of the water is hitting the coldest part, which is over here. It should be hitting the hottest part. So we're gonna modify this. This is no bueno. If we want to be choosing where the water is coming through, it should be right on this. Oh, okay, that's water. That's not titanium. Water and titanium are not the same thing. Water pipes don't work very well, you know. You know what I mean? Alright, so what I really want to do is pull a pipe from here. It goes like this, and this comes down to this. I don't really want this to be touching, so we're gonna grab a little bit of insulation here. I know we could use actual pipes, but I don't know, using actual pipe gets complicated. I'd rather just use pressure to do it for me. Although that backflow of evaporation is not good. It's okay. Okay, yeah, the backflow of evaporation is not good. But assuming that there's something that is creating a pressure differential through here. Please. Hello? No, we can't get the pressure to go through gaps that small? No! Damn it. But it should be a liquid here because the pressure is high. So, do I really have to... Oh no, that's actually working. Hey! Look at that. Kind of working. Alright, but the point being, if we look at the heat display... That is not near... Like, half of this radiator is just unused. And it's honestly not even transferring heat very well. Okay. Say 1 if you think I should just redesign the radiator, or a 2 if you think I should just YOLO it. I'm thinking I should probably just redesign everything at this point. Like, the stages we know now, but... Alright. This, it was a good start. It was a good start, but it's not good enough. Alright. Honestly, yeah, just restart at this point. Okay, let's make a radiator. Honestly, it can be quite small. All we have to do is... Okay. I got your opinion, you don't... Oh, shoot. So, all we gotta do is boop. Boop. B. Boop. 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 Alright. Great. And then, two things we gotta do. First off, we're going to throw a cast over it, which we'll just use wax because we can. We'll go ahead and grab that titanium. We'll remove that, replace it with titanium. We'll remove the cast on it. We will go ahead and open the end of it. Actually, no, I'm gonna copy this before I do that so that we can make another one. Open the end, let it do its thing. We open the top. Nice. All right, that looks pretty good. And then go ahead and grab the titanium again. Ooh. Okay. So then we create the part where the hot coolant comes out after heating up. Or no, this is where we're letting the heat out, actually. I'm gonna screw this up 8,000 times before I get it right. This may be one of my multi-episode ones just because my lack of understanding, but that's kind of why I wanted to do this, because I continually screw it up, so #learning. Alright, so let's close this and see how this goes. Right, this should be pretty effective. So with enough liquid, we do pretty much fill the entire thing. And all of the fins are being used, which is good. That's good. Alright, so now let's go to the heat display. Go to the heat display, heat the thing up, and see how much the water carries. Yeah, okay, so you can see there's a lot of heat there. And now we're gonna go ahead and get our water, and let's see how quickly we can carry that heat out. Pretty quickly. Look at that. We wiped the heat right out of there. More water, obviously, makes the process faster. Alright, but that radiator actually doesn't suck. So we made a little bit of process. Alright. Very good. We've got our radiator now. Hello, sir. We're just gonna remove all of your water, pop you open, move you over. Alright, so that is going to be our heat out area, releasing the heat, meaning before it we need the compressor. The compressor has one and only job. Wrong material. One and only job, which is compressing the gas into a liquid, which means it's going to need a big opening for the gas, because you guys know how this works. I always make the openings too small. And then from there it should just kind of fall as a liquid into the target. That looks kind of awful. Yeah, I'll just do it classic. Classic straight lines. Can't mess up straight lines unless you're me. But even then, it goes better than normal. Alright. So then the liquid is going to go down into here, let out its heat. Fantastic. This end, gas comes in. That's to be understood. We'll close that off for now. Let's go ahead and make our compression chamber. How exciting. Alright, so for our compression chamber, we just need, not vacuum, we need a vent, because we need to get pressure building up in here. So right over here, we're gonna put vent. But in order to make this not prevent things from entering, we're gonna put a bit of fan here that just pushes to the right really hard. So now if we go to the pressure display, we can see that, oh, well, it's kind of building up here, but see, okay, so now this is a high pressure environment right here. All this red, that's exactly what we want. High pressure environment. And it's gonna create a low pressure environment on the other end, which we also want, so that's cool. And then if we get our gas refrigerant and put it in, look at that. It becomes liquid, and then there's a little bit in there, and then the liquid refrigerant goes through the radiator, and then where it becomes gas, it should actually make colder. I wonder if on this tiny scale if we could actually see the result of that, but we'll wait until we get it a little bit more done. Use pump for pressure. I feel like this is going to be something too complicated. Changes pressure to its temp when activated. I will try that out in a bit. For now, we're just going to use vent because it's easier. What is happening here? No, really, what is happening here? Oh, because the pressure drops on this side, it becomes gas, and that's killing it. Okay, I see. Yeah, that's just gonna happen. I can't really do much about that. Not at the moment, at least. What is that? Did I break something? Yes. Okay, whoops. Okay, that pressure issue is a little bit annoying, but I just need to finish the loop and it won't do that. Okay, there we go. Fantastic. All right, so on this side, we need to create the expansion valve where it expands back into a gas. I'm gonna make this smaller, and it's going to be very, very close to the radiator, because once this happens, it gets cold, real cold. So this secondary radiator is going to be like right here for the cold refrigerant to go through. All right, let's open up the outlet on this one. Let that do its thing. Open up the inlet. Whoosh. How do we make it go up? That'll be interesting. Oh, I know how we make it go up. We just force it to, using pipe. There we go, that'll work. Oh god, that is so thin. Is that actually going to work? You know what? I'm gonna leave it a little bit higher. Because it's a gas, it'll go up and hit the pipe, I think. The words I think are going to be a pretty commonly used one here. So here is where the vent is going to be to let the pressure drop. Very nice. So now if we look at the pressure display, it's high, and then it isn't really high anymore. But we don't really want... We want it to kind of be high here still, so... Maybe if we put a little bit of... Ah! Damn it. It's not what I want. If we put that on... I wonder if I can convince it to just increase the pressure of this area. Come on. I need the pressure to be high over here. No? No, it's not even doing anything. What the heck, Vent? I expect better from you. Alright. Seems to have been a failure. But we have to keep the pressure high. Oh! I have an idea. This is super good idea, Spike Viper here. We're gonna cut a hole in this, and we're gonna cut a hole in this. We will go ahead and use our allows air like this. Bring that all the way up to here. And then we'll, just titanium this out. And then the high pressure from over there will get transferred exactly how we want it. Eh? Eh, look at that. Very nice. Okay, and then this is where the pressure should drop. Yes! High pressure, pressure drops, liquid comes out. Okay, so as long as the pressure here stays kind of high, we don't want it to drop too low. We'll see what happens. Let's throw some refrigerant into the line and just see what happens. Refrigerant goes in. It gets compressed. It goes through the loop. And this is an issue. Do you see the issue? It's becoming gas here. Although it is going through the line, kind of. Ah, damn it. We need more pressure. Is that better? Why is the pressure higher down here than up here? That's just weird. Okay, throw a line of fan in here. You go this way. But that's gonna make a low pressure environment over there. Ah! Okay, this isn't good. Honestly, our biggest battle is going to be getting this pressure right. This needs to have more pressure going into this area. I wonder if I can just throw more, allow more of the pressure through here. And just pray that I can get enough. This might be bad. If I can't figure this out, then the entire project's a little bit doomed. Okay, so these should be creating... Alright. More pressure! Alright. That is a high pressure. 5, 6, 6.4, 6.8, 7. Okay, I may want to use pump at this point. It may make more sense to use pump at this point. But we'll see. I mean, this is at 2. How high does the pressure have to be for refrigerant to do its thing? That's a good question that I probably should have figured out sooner. Let's just throw some refrigerant in and see what happens. We get a liquid. Yeah, it's becoming solid like right here. Too early. So we need even more pressure than that. Why not use a neutron reactor? Yes, yes, very nice. Our air conditioner will use nuclear physics in order to create pressure. That's fantastic. No, we're just gonna use pump. Changes pressure to its temp when activated. Activating it won't be fun because we'll need to do a little bit of electronics. All right. Okay, so we want the pressure to be really high. So, hello. I'll just make your temperature like 50. I think 50 is reasonable. All right, there we go. And then we just need to... you don't need to activate it. Oh, shoot. I guess it's just activated by default then? Wow, that one pixel is quite an army on its own there. Oh no, it's breaking things. Okay, that's not good. Okay, a little bit less pressure then. Thanks. Let's bring it to 30. I mean, we can't have the radiator just die. That would be bad for it. Although I guess gravity carries it through, really, so does it really need the pipes? The pipes do moderate it. Alright. Let's bring it down to, like, 10. Or even, like, 8. Because this shouldn't be able to pass what that's at. See, that's not enough. Alright, that's keeping that at 3. Okay, that's going up. That's going up. The issue is this run. I feel like the pipes need to be thicker, and I can kind of widen them in some spots. I can go one thicker here. And here. Just to let the pressure through a little bit more easily. Same with this. There's a little bit I can do to increase the flow. This is a little bit thicker than it needs to be. Okay, so this is at 2.79. This is at 1.34. Ah! Man. Refrigerant, please. No, it becomes gas so quickly. This area needs more pressure. There's no way we can make this work without it. Yeah, we might just have to... Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do this the way that makes the most sense. We're gonna use gravity. We're gonna use gravity instead of using pipe for this. I also have concerns with the fact that none of these are actually technically connected together in any way, because they're just strips, but I'll worry about that more later. Okay, so now I can increase the pressure on this without worrying about breaking anything. So let's go ahead and set it to something much higher. which is causing this to rise in pressure. Alright, and then at 2, it should certainly be fine now. I mean, it should not be undoing itself. Let's see what happens. Alright, we get our refrigerant, liquid. Yes! It's having some trouble making it through the pipe now, though. But it seems to mostly be turning into gas over here. Maybe a little bit higher pressure would help. I feel like we need to redesign this, because this is not good. So let's redesign this. We have to do an actual snaky boy. Alright, so how we're going to do this is it's going to enter on this end. So do a gap of 3. Pull across to here. And then this is where things get fun. Boop, boop, bloop. Do, do, do. We're just gonna have to keep doing this. Over. And over. And over. This way it'll actually get the heat all the way through it. Something, something, improved design, something, something. There we go. Alright. That should be better now. And now if we run the refrigerant through it, hopefully it actually goes through the loop properly. And it's not. This is a concern I had. Did it turn into gas? Yeah, it turned into gas because this isn't wide enough to let the pressure in. Alright. That's not good. Solution, make wider and pray. Make wider and pray. Can the pressure get in now? It does not look like it. What if I open this up wider as well? Really? I mean, it's open. The pressure should be able to... Okay, it has to be a little bit wider. Got it. This wide. This wide? Okay, cool. Okay, if I get rid of the top of this, the bottom of this, I know something is horribly wrong. No. No, this is awful. This is awful. Ugh. Okay, we're gonna have to make the loop bigger. Man, this is such a bummer. Alright, okay, so we'll do like this. 6. Damn. This is not what I wanted. Not at all what I wanted. Oh, thank you, Ace Attorney, for the sick bops. Especially while I'm doing so well at this. This is such a mess. This is going horribly. that at least even? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it is. Thank you, game. All right. Could be worse. Okay, please tell me the pressure actually fills this. Oh! Oh no, it's getting darker. Are you kidding me? Why? Okay, no, it's going up! Alright, okay, this is good. This is not the best for a heat transfer anymore, but whatever. Best we can do, you know what I mean? Best we can do. Might be better to just close this off, honestly. Because then we get the proper gradient through here. See, that's a problem. It's not able to make it through this. Why? What is preventing it? This one has a problem specifically. And this one does too. Ah! Man, alright, let's just see if it'll go through the system like this. Compress. Low. Oh! Oh! You know what? It works. Good enough. I will say the words good enough. Liquid up till here. Alright, so we just need a little bit more pressure. A little bit more. I mean, we're making it a little bit better. We just have to get the pressure a little bit higher so that it'll be liquid up until... Come on. Come on. Wow, it's really fighting a battle. I mean, it's liquid up until here. This point here is when it switches. I don't think we can do much better than that. I think this is the best we're gonna do. And then we need to get it to go through this, so... More fan going like this might be helpful. I mean, it's going through, but not quickly enough. That's definitely not enough. How to increase oh, I know how to increase the volume. Well, that helped. We can increase the volume by making this pipe thinner. Okay, whoops. That, did bad. Okay, so this needs to go bye-bye, because that was actually really bad. Alright, try this again. Strip the bottom off. Oh, jeez, it's this fan. Is this fan just a little bit too aggressive? Alright, I'll just go like that then. A little bit less aggressive. It really doesn't want to go through here. There we go. That's a little bit better. No? It looked better for a moment. Oh! I mean, that's not... it is kind of awful, though. Damn it. Why am I having so much trouble? This is all just staying there, rather than actually doing anything of value, which is a little bit annoying. I wonder if I just copy this and paste it lower. Wait, that actually worked. Okay, one moment. What did that even copy? Did I actually do something special there? I can't even tell. I honestly can't even tell. Alright, set type refrigerant liquid 0. Refrigerant gas. What is it called normally? That's what it's called normally. Man, I'm not having a good time here. Oh, okay. The question is, how do we get it to go through this more easily? I'm starting to think the answer is not one I like, but one that is possible to make work. Here's the plan. I'm going to try to do this as gently as possible, but we need it to hit these pipe pieces, so I'm going to remove the bottom 3 from all of these. Right, I'm going to remove the bottom 3 from all of these. Like this. I'm trying my best to make this look good. I don't know if it's gonna work though. This is kind of a shot in the dark. Man, building things stage by stage like this is so tiring. You never know if it'll actually work. Okay, by the time it hits this chamber, it's already kind of liquid, so... or it's already a gas. So this should be opened up to allow it to go. You know what? Okay, before we do that, I'm just gonna try this. Small, but the chances of it hitting one of those prongs is basically 100%. All right, let's see how it works. It either works or it doesn't. All right, guys. This is it. Make a fan getting air inside the other fan. We'll see what happens. Okay, liquid. Heat transfer. No, what is happening? What the heck? Oh, are you telling me that that lost its pressure? It did. Oh, no, this area lost the pressure. Oh, man. Oh, no. Ah. Shoot. Ah. That is not good. Pump isn't going to help with, well, I mean, yeah, but it'll cause it to not go in the right direction. We need a gradient. You can't just force it up because then it'll just backflow. I wish the pressure map and stuff actually followed the same size as the pixel. The fact that it does a 4x4 makes it extremely challenging to do anything of value. Alright, this hacky solution I'm going to just remove because clearly it's not good. It's quite bad. This is getting frustrating. There's only so many ways I can attempt to make this. Could just do it like this and just have a box. I mean, box lives. Ugh. I'm trying to think of this. Is there a effective way to make this work? Or should I just... You know what? Damn it. Screw it. Screw it. You want big, chunky, pressure-capable? Fine. I'll make big, chunky, pressure-capable. Damn it. Off by 1. Can't complain about this. Alright, let's see how the game treats this. This is my latest radiator design. It is much larger. There is no way on earth that the pressure won't be able to get through this. I mean, this thing is massive. Kind of ruins my entire let's make it small and pretty approach, but... Aha! Kind of. I mean, the pressure made it up to here. But that's a good start. It also doesn't make sense that it goes like that, so I'm just going to remove this part of it. All right. I think that'll do it. That is a really ugly solution, but it's a solution, I guess. Why is there pressure over here? That's a little bit odd. There shouldn't be pressure over here. Okay, so we have that, and then it drops down to low pressure. Okay, that is losing its pressure slowly. Alright, good. That looks good to me. That looks good to me. This is dropping, so that looks good to me. Why does this have to be so giant for the pressure to work? I hate that. It's like the biggest issue with this game, is the way that the walls and pressure work. Liquid, 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 gas! Come on. And that should... I mean, it's going through that first one, but how do we get it to go through more than the first one? Oh! Because titanium... I know titanium blocks pressure, but it needs to be a pressurized loop. You can yell it, but that doesn't solve the problem. I mean, this first one works well, but I just want this to keep going. I want it to fill all of them. Come on. Ah, damn it. Alright, I'll create another. Fine, if you want to play that way. I'll just... pop it like that. But that's still not good enough. Alright, plan B. I said this might be necessary. That's why I didn't delete this. There we go. And that is exactly what we need. Cool. Literally. Alright, and then according to my diagram, that should be the last thing we need to do. Right? Because once that goes through there, it goes back into the compressor after the evaporator. So this can go like this, and there should be a low pressure zone behind this anyways, so should just be able to pull it using that. Okay, never mind. We need a lot more fans. A lot more fans. Nope, that's not going to work. Alright, looks like we have to actually properly make a loop rather than depending on magical pressure generators. Which means that this is going to literally become a massive fan. And we're going to delete that pump. Because we need one side of this to be very low pressure and the other side to be very high pressure. Like this. Alright. Come on. Okay. Let's see. Refrigerant. Liquid. Liquid goes through the heat exchanger. It goes up into this. What? Oh, it broke. Damn it. Okay. Oh, when did that happen? That happened here. Ah, because I was too slow. Alright, well, let's be a little bit faster then. Fast spike, fast spike. Come on. Alright. This way, and don't die. Yes. Okay, it's not broken this time. Very nice. And look, it's going through the loop! Like, actually going through the loop properly. Okay, this is exciting. Liquid. A lot of liquid. Let's fill the loop up. Oh my god. We've done it. We have made an air conditioner. Alright, so that is kind of working. The question is, does it actually transfer heat? This side should be able to pick up heat and transfer it to this side. No clue if it'll actually work, though. After all that, let's go ahead and see if all the effort is worth it. Okay, this is nice and warm. You can see that it's cooled down rather quickly. And then this hot stuff is going onto this side. And then that cools down over there. It's uncomfort. I mean, it seems to be working. I don't know how far we want to push it. Looks like it's working to me. Because with ambient heat on, continually heating this up, I mean, the entire loop should just start melting at some point, but... Nope, the refrigerant is getting the heat, and it's pushing it away. Huh. It is, it's actually working. I guess I'm happy with that. I guess I'm happy with that. I mean, it could be worse. And it does seem to be working pretty well. I mean, but how much thermal... I thought heat goes on the left side. The diagram I am currently looking at has the compressor going into the condenser. And then that would be the radiator. And the radiator is the part that lets the heat out. Oh, wait. Oh, shoot, you might be right. I may be doing it backwards, because that's not where the heat's generated. That's where the heat's let out. Oh. Yeah. You know, it's hard to think about, alright. Don't mind me. Alright, but even if we heat this end, let's see what happens. What happened here? Why is this pipe all... Huh. That pipe be angry. Pipe be like, bro. I mean, no matter which side we're actually heating up, the point is we actually managed to build it. Kind of, at least. What is going on with this strip? Something broken in it? Did I break something? There's gotta be a broken pipe somewhere. It's gotta be stuck, right? No? Huh. Kind of odd. That is kind of odd, I won't lie. Even when it comes to heat, it did cool down this area rather quickly. I mean, not the fastest thing ever, but you can see the temperature dropping. Goes through the other side. I mean, the liquid that's coming back is certainly much, much colder than the liquid that we're sending in. This is 100 and something degrees, and when it comes back on the other side, it's 30. So, I mean, I think that's a successful run. Seems good to me. But before we go ahead and save this and call it a day, I want to revisit this at some point, because first attempt is first attempt, but I do think that I can do better. Anyways, what I'm curious is to see if other people have done much better, which they definitely have. Let's look up air conditioner and see how they were made. Oh, you can set the temperature. See, this is much fancier than mine. Let's look at the pressure display and stuff and see how they pulled it off. So they have the pressurized side, the depressurized side. There's a lot of refrigerant in it. That's all to be expected because... Alright. Let's see how this works. It's even got a temperature sensor. How fancy. Turn it on. Hello. Please turn on. Ugh. So, which side's inside and which side's outside on this? Let's take a quick look at the heat exchange. If it's actually visible, that is. Let's set the temperature very low. We want this to be super low temperature. Alright. And let's see how the heat goes. Did it just die on me? Hello? Did I make it too cold? What? It just died. It's kind of funny. Well, let's look at a different one. Giant air conditioner. This one looks fancy. I mean, it should kind of hopefully function in a similar way to ours. High pressure, low pressure. Yeah, okay, so that's right. So this side gets colder. Oh, that one actually works really well. I wonder if you can see it on the heat display. Oh, you can't really see it on the heat display. But if you look at the temperature on this side, it's at 9 degrees, and on this side, it's at 22. So, huh. Interesting. And there's heat conductor walls you can use, which I really should have been using. Very interesting. And there's control valves. Alright. Well, I will use this information to try to do better in the future. But for now, it's time for me to take a break. Thank you all for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. If not, still like and subscribe, because at some point I must make something that reaches your expectations. And I'll see you all next time. Peace out and stay cool. Haha, get it? Because we made we failed at making an air conditioner.